Welcome back, everyone. Today I want to talk a little bit about State of the Collection again. This one's a little different. There was a lot of positive response from the Big Knives State of Collection, and a lot of people asked for more of that. So today, rather than pick a different brand or go through all my watches, I wanted to do matching sets or pairs of knives. And I've got a couple of watches here too. And sometimes my OCD kicks in. So I think it all started with, I don't know. Here's kind of an example. A pen and a knuck that matched, right? Like you can't just have one without the other. You need them both, right? And this pen kind of loosely matched the pen I had before I got this one. So again, it kind of felt like, well, it kind of completes the set, so to speak. So for now, we'll just kind of put some stuff off to the side. And sometimes it's not the exact same, right? Like this is not the same pen colored, but these match, right? Well, this is the Fifth 23, and I had this one for a while, and I had been looking for a Fifth 20, which I finally got. And I got this one because I fortunately was able to find one with the same exact, scales, the shredded carbon fiber, and the zirconium bolsters. Now, granted, the Fifth 23 has the mirror polished bolsters, whereas the Fifth 20 has the matte finished, which I much prefer the matte. The polished is complete fingerprint magnet and whatnot. So this is the CKF Custom Knife Factory Fifth 23 and Fifth 20 because I had to have a matched set. It's a problem. It really is kind of an OCD problem. I'm not going to lie. I got into, watches, as everyone knows, and I got my first Arnie watch. This is the Seiko SNJ 025, I think, with a custom loomed bezel or shroud from my buddy Jerry, who owns a industrial 3D printing shop, and he's also into watches. And so he printed up a bunch of the, not a bunch, but he printed up a few for our small little group, and I absolutely love it. Well, I went on kind of an Arnie kick, and I ended up with the 27, also SNJ 27, which is kind of my favorite because it's the black and the gold with the black crowns and the black lugs. Exact same watch. Looked very similar when this one had the black shroud, which is just over there on the table. And at one point I had the Patty version with the red and blue bezel and the Patty logo in the middle and all that. So I had 3 Arnies at one time. And at that point, I was looking at the 2 new ones and looking for an original one. Luckily, I got off that kick. Did not get the 2 newest releases. Did not look for an original one. And sold off the Patty. And this one might be sold here soon, too. A buddy is interested, just waiting until the right time. But you may see that on somebody else here soon also. So then you go to heater, and I ended up with several heaters at one point. I'm down to just these 2 that I'm going to share. You have the MOW, which is the biggest, his, big bad boy. And I have the POW, which is his smaller version. I was lucky enough to actually, I had a different POW that I traded for this one because this one matched my original MOW. So this is the first heater that I ever had. I had like 2 or 3 MOWs at one point. I had a couple of POWs. I had the MFer, which is his fixed blade, and a bunch of others. And I ended up just selling them off and just keeping these 2. But, at this point in my collecting hobby, at this point in my journey, I think these are going to be ready to go soon also. Just got to keep changing the collection up some, I think. And then as far as sets go, again, let's go back to sets. Axum copper flashlight, torch, whatever. This one's kind of cool because it has 3 green tritiums in it. Pretty bright. It's got 5, 6 different level. It's the same normal flashlight stuff. Heavy. This was my first 18650 style, battery style flashlight that I got from a very good friend. 50 Shades of Slash on Instagram. Great guy. I believe I also got this copper Hinderer pen from him. Sensing a theme here, guys? So this is the Extreme Duty pen. And then one of my very close friends has become a very close friend of mine, Rob, from Random Rob's channel, sent me over and gifted me this Zellos swordfish in bronze. It's actually the, kind of the first gift I had gotten. And I absolutely love this watch. I love the fact that there's no date. It just makes it that much easier to set and get going and all that. And I know it's not stopped. I just pulled it out of the watch box. And it feels great on this leather strap. But again, bronze and copper are it's a theme. It's kind of a, it's a thing. I can't explain. Okay, I'll set these off to the side here. We're going to run out of room. I guarantee it. But we're coming down to it. And then we go to the big boys. Rhys Whelan, Fatty Slash. 3/8 of an inch thick blade. Crazy, impractical. Get a lot of negative comments when I post these guys because that's how people are. People are just negative. I don't understand. I don't get it. But I had this one for a while, and then my good friend Benito had this, and we talked about it for a while before he was ready to let it go, and I was ready to buy it. But this is the Fatty Tonto, which you can see the the family resemblance. Both awesome. I had to have them both. And I ended up with the Fatty Strike also, which doesn't look like this at all, but it is in that 3/8, that Fatty family. But I sold that very recently. And it had a little bit of an issue, which I talked to the new owner about. He has it being sent. It's going into Rhys to be fixed right now. It's going to have some cool new hardware and all that. So once he gets that back, it's going to come back to me for a video of kind of the story. Because in doing that, well, I'll save that for that video. He's having a custom from Rhys Whelan made also. So it'll be a kind of a cool story to see where it came from, me selling it to him not thinking he was going to want it or like it or need it or use it, to him ended up buying a custom that is being made right now. So kind of a cool story. Let me just see if I can stick these way off into the back. They may be out of the frame, but all right. And then we go to a family affair. TJ Fisher Cobra. One of the original 10. Super cool. TJ and I talked a lot before these came out. I was able to buy one of the first original ones. And then I talked him into making me a King Kamehameha. So it was one of the first 3 kings. This one, the only negative thing about this knife, well, there's a couple maybe, personal preference things, but the biggest negative is it takes away all of my attention from the Cobra. It's just a much nicer knife. Nothing wrong with the Cobra. The King Kamehameha is just on a different level. Just a different level. And then keeping with the Fisher family, let's step up and talk about Todd Fisher Sr. and this amazing Archangel that I was able to buy. This, I have not done a video on this one yet. I will. But this one is just absolutely amazing and lovely to carry in the pocket. It's so comfortable in the pocket, it's not even funny. This is one of his earlier Archangels from what I understand. But I don't have all the details on this. That's why I haven't done a video yet. So I'm going to have to move a few things out of the way. And I know that the flashlights and the pen and this watch over here are not the, big things to most of my viewers. So we'll put this stuff off to the side here. Because while we're talking about sets, we've got to talk about Phil Harvey. Right? I mean, I can't... I've got some big overbuild things here on the table. So I would be remiss if I did not talk about Phil Harvey and the Gladius. It's just incredible. I was able to get this used from a buddy, and I was very happy about that. And it had an issue, and I legit sent it. Did I send this one back? I can't remember now. Maybe I didn't. I don't remember, honestly. Now I'm sorry. I kind of misspoke. I think I sent this one back to have him work on. And Phil was great about it and all that. And then in talking to him about this, we, of course, talked about a Peacemaker. And he made the Peacemaker brand new for me. Now, there's about 20, I think, maybe 21 or 22 of these now. We think this one was about number 20. And I've done videos on this for sure. You can go down and look at my Phil Harvey playlist to get the details on this. I think I've done videos on almost all of these knives, less the Archangel. I think I've done all the others. But the Peacemaker is just... It's an absolute work of art that really, takes the oils from your hands, and it just looks fantastic. I did not wipe this down before. It does get a little bit of oily and stuff on it, and the blade is just insane. Hand rubbed satin. Phil does such an incredible job. Everything lines. It's just... Man, the work and the effort and the time that goes into this, and forgive the fingerprints, guys. It happens every time you touch this, every time you look at this. And this is not something that you're going to EDC. One person, Buddy Valentino, used to carry this in his backpack. Not this specific one, his. He would carry that in his bag every day. But yeah, It is a beast. It is the most incredibly ridiculous, impractical knife that you will know, that you will ever see. Yet, I had to have one. I don't think I'll ever sell it. He's making some different blade shapes now, so I almost want him to make me one of those. He has another model that I've been talking to him about having him make for me as well. But just an incredible guy, super friendly, and just an awesome knife. So I'm honored to have been able to get one of these brand new and add to the collection. Jeez, I just can't say enough good things about this. So there you have it, guys. Just a quick little, I guess I'm going to call the title a state of collection of something. I'll come up with a title and a thumbnail. But just wanted to kind of show some of the variety of different things that I have and share that, yes, I do tend to go with pairs and themes and, whatnot. And that kind of goes into what I carry every day. So not every time I wear this watch do I carry this pen and this flashlight, but oftentimes, yeah, it's kind of a package deal. So I do try to kind of pair my watch with my knife, and maybe the pen and maybe the light kind of gets paired in. Not so much on those, but the knife and the watch I actually do every day. Give a little bit of thought to what knife to pair with which watch. And at some point I'll do a video with some of my favorite knives paired with the favorite watches that kind of go with those, because I think that's kind of fun. So anyway, let me know what you guys think down below. I kind of, I thought this might be fun to show some of my OCD tendencies and things, just to give you kind of a glimpse inside Dirk's world. So thanks for watching, guys. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful day as we're getting ready to go into the Christmas break. And if you're still watching, there is still time to get in on the 1-year anniversary of my YouTube channel Spyderco giveaway. I'll put the link to that video down below. Wednesday, December 16th, about 6 p.m. Pacific time, we're going to close the drawing, do the giveaway, and get the Spyderco shipped out soon thereafter. So there is still time to go watch that video. Go check it out, and have yourselves a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys.